Alright everybody, welcome back to the channel. We are here. We just picked up the Fisker Ocean here, as you can see. And we are here at the Karma dealership in Jacksonville, Florida, where my man Igor has hooked me up with this new Fisker here. So definitely go ahead, check them out. Came all the way here from Charlotte to pick up this car, so it must mean that they're doing something right. All the experience I've had here with Igor has been great. So if you are in the market for anything that they may have for sale, go ahead and check him out. Tell him BT sent you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so we are in the Fisker Ocean. First impression so far, it's not that bad of a vehicle for this being the first EV that is actually being purchased for, oh, there's a Cybertruck right there. For the first EV that's actually being purchased, it's actually not that bad. All right, so we're here driving in the Fisker Ocean. A lot of reviews online have said otherwise, but from what I can see so far, it's actually not dreadfully as bad as it's made up to be. But this is a car that will be owned. This will be a car that will be owned. So we're gonna get the true owner's experience of this from ownership over extended period of time, not just a couple of days, not just a few weeks, but indefinitely. So, Fisker Ocean, welcome to the BT Build Things channel. Yeah, so let's get on the road and I guess head back home. Head back to the gas assortment of vehicles. Now I will say, just driving in this, it's just a whole different thought process. When you don't own an EV, you literally think about checking your gas meter to fill up at the gas station. Completely whole different thought process here. Let's just hope the reverse doesn't happen. When you're in the gas, you pull up to a charge station, and when you're in the EV, you pull up to a gas station. But sure, we'll get that that transition period. We'll get that sorted out. But we're here in this so far, like I mentioned, this is ownership, so we're going to give you a true perspective as to how bad this car really is, supposedly how bad it is. Or is it not that bad at all, and was it just, you know, we'll leave that alone. All right, so here we go. All right, so we are ready to hit our route here. It says we've got 5 hours and 45 minutes, 334 miles, one charge, 20 minutes included in that time. I'll be about 13% battery at that time. So we're gonna drive 2 hours and 7 minutes to charge. And yeah, here we go. Alright, so we're coming up on our first stop here to find the charging station. Alright, so here we are. Our first stop here to get charged
You
up.
have reached your waypoint.
Okay, so we have 150 kilowatts, 350. Okay, so we're gonna have to back up here. Alright, we're gonna have to position ourselves so we can get plugged into the 350 kilowatt station. Okay, this looks like a hot stop spot here. It looks like we've got 4 cars pulled in now. There are only 4 charging stations for 350 kilowatts. The other 2 are 150, 150, 150, and 50. So the issue is those are the 350s. Only 2 of them are being used, but the cords are short. Okay, so here we are, number 1. It says plug in first. Plugged in, press. Okay, so we're gonna plug in first. Yeah, see, this cord is definitely gonna be touching the car, but it is what it is. Okay, we're plugged in. Alright, so we're connecting to the vehicle right now. So we are at 56 cents per kilowatt. And there's an idle fee after the grace period. Okay, so that's if you have Electrify America. So we're gonna go ahead and pay for this thing. Okay, so we've got the payment in. Now we are initializing charge. There's the rate. We hit continue. Receive updates by texts. Okay, pretty cool. Okay, thank you for using Electrify America. And the dollars begin. There it is. There's your gassing up. So based off what the car says, we need to go from about 35% up to 72. This says 61 minutes until 100%. We don't need to get to 100%, but we'll see how long this is going to take because we're only charging at up to 150 kilowatts. Alright, so here we are right here. It's the current state of the charge. It says an hour and 5 minutes. 3 miles have already been added. 33 kilowatts. Alright, well, we'll just have to wait until we get to the appropriate charge here. Unless somebody at the 350 hops off, then we can hop on one of those, charge up, and be on our way. But yeah, that's one thing to consider. If you have an electric vehicle and the station is being used that you need, it's definitely going to add time to your trip. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Let the charging continue that has already begun. So if you notice the placement of the station here, you have up to 50 kilowatts on the right and up to 150 on the left. But if you see where that station is placed, there is no parking beside me. So I spoke to the gentleman here who has this Rivian, and he says that basically he's never seen where a station was placed where both were used at the same time. So it looks like they have done this on purpose. For whatever reason. If you know, let me know in the comments. Again, new to the EV space. But yeah, even though there are 8 plugs, basically only 4 vehicles can use this setup at a time. So far we've had 10 miles added at 33 kilowatts, and from here I can see that the current price is, you probably can't see it, but it's $1.34. So currently we've got 101 miles added for about 18 bucks. All right, so we're right at about 80% charge. We've added 168 miles. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna stop the charging, and we're gonna go see what the bill is. All right, so there's a 10-minute grace period. Total bill, 29 bucks. 56 cents per kilowatt. Obviously there's cheaper rates if you become a member of Electrify America. But let's go ahead and get this thing unplugged and hit the road. Alright, so one small issue here so far. After stopping and charging up, getting back, resuming the drive, it's just kind of stuck here. You can't really get rid of it. So that's one software issue. Only 2 things I've seen come up here. One about the front camera one time, and then the other one was a warning about the charge port door being open, but it wasn't open. So there are some glitchy things, but nothing that's huge deal breaker. Alright, so the biggest challenge with this here is that you do get audible alerts, but you cannot see anything relative to the trip, nor can you see the turns coming up. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and pull over. So we're going to shut the car down, walk away, and then come back so that we can see if we can get this thing rebooted. Alright, so I believe this reboot should solve our problem here. Alright, so after we did the reboot, we're good now. Everything is showing the way it should be. Directions, arrival time, mileage, all that good stuff. So let's go ahead and hit the road.